Okay, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer, where we're going on a really fascinating journey into the very core of how our world actually operates. I mean, just look around you for a second. Everything you own, everything you consume, every service you rely on, how does it all actually get made? Today, our main mission is breaking down the fundamental ingredients that build every single economy on Earth. We are going to master the recipe of production.
So here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start with the building blocks of economics, then unpack the four essential ingredients: land, labor, capital, and the entrepreneur. And finally, we'll wrap the whole thing up with distribution.
All right, Section 1, the building blocks of economics and satisfying human wants.
At its heart, economics tackles this one massive, literally universal problem. How on earth do we satisfy our incredibly unlimited wants when we only have strictly limited means? We humans, we always want more, but we only have so much to actually work with. So that brings up a really vital question. What does it genuinely take to create the goods and services that satisfy those endless wants? We can't just wave a magic wand. There are tangible, physical, and intellectual elements required to produce absolutely anything in our world.
Think about the continuous cycle of production and exchange we see every single day. The factories humming, the delivery trucks on the road, all those endless transactions happening. Every single good we consume, whether it's a simple packet of biscuits, your smartphone, or a brand new car, goes through a strict, rigorous process of production. And that cycle, it doesn't run on nothing. It requires very specific inputs, specific ingredients to keep turning.
So, let's look at the first ingredient in Section 2, land, the natural resource.
Now, you've kind of got to shift your thinking here, because in economics, this everyday word means way more than just the dirt you're standing on. The definition of land is incredibly broad. It represents the ultimate natural factor of production. It's formally defined as literally any natural resource available on, above, and below the surface of the Earth. Basically, if nature provided it, economists call it land. And just a quick note, when land is used in productive activity, the reward it earns is called rent.
Just think about how massive that definition really is. The minerals we mine deep below the surface, that's land. The soil and the water right on the surface that we use to grow our crops, also land. But here's the real aha moment. The air we breathe, the wind spinning a turbine, and even the sunshine that drives agricultural growth high above us, all of that is categorized as land in economic terms. It is the ultimate raw material canvas given to us by nature.
Moving right along to Section 3, labor, the human factor.
So if land is what nature provides, labor is where we step into the equation. The strict definition here is any physical or mental effort undergone during the process of production to earn the reward of wages. I really want to emphasize that word mental for a second. We so often picture labor as just heavy physical lifting, right? But honestly, an accountant balancing the books, an engineer designing a bridge at their desk, or a carpenter meticulously planning out a cut, they are all providing labor. You just can't have production with only one or the other. You've got the natural factor, land, just sitting there, full of potential. But you absolutely need the human factor, labor, applying that physical or mental effort to extract it, shape it, and make it actually useful. A field of rich soil isn't going to do much of anything without a farmer's effort to actually plant and harvest it.
Next up, Section 4, capital, the man-made means.
Okay, so we have nature and we have human effort. But to really kick production into high gear, we need an engine. And that engine is capital. Capital is essentially a produced means for further production. While land is a total gift from nature, capital is a strictly man-made factor of production. We're talking about tools built by humans for the specific purpose of making more things. Think factory buildings, complex technology, and heavy machinery. It's past production being used to fuel future production. And its specific economic reward? That comes in the form of interest.
Which brings us to Section 5, the entrepreneur, the captain of industry.
Here's the thing. You can have all the land, all the labor, and all the capital in the world, but without this final factor, it literally just sits there. The entrepreneur is the organizer. They are the real captain of the industry. Economically speaking, they're actually considered a very special kind of labor. Their job isn't just to do one specific task. Their whole purpose is to get the work done by organizing those other three factors into a smooth process of production. They take on the risk, they orchestrate the entire operation, and in return for all that, their specific reward is profit. It's a really crucial distinction to understand. Standard labor is providing the specific physical and mental effort needed for individual tasks inside the business. But the entrepreneur, they're the ones looking at the big picture. They are the captains steering the ship, deciding exactly what to produce, how to produce it, and pulling every single resource together to make it a reality.
Finally, Section 6, Distribution and Reaping the Rewards.
So we've essentially baked the cake using our four ingredients, right? But now it's time to slice it up. Because in economics, none of these factors are working for free. They all claim their specific rewards through a process called distribution. Every factor gets its own piece of the pie. If you provide land, you earn rent. If you provide labor, you earn wages. If you provide capital, your reward is interest. And the entrepreneur who took on all that risk, their ultimate reward is profit.
To bring this all full circle back to our cycle of production, when goods are finally sold and money changes hands, that revenue flows right back to the factors of production. It gets divided straight up as rent, wages, interest, and profit among the different segments of society that contributed to the process. It's quite literally the engine that keeps the entire economy functioning and keeps us humans motivated to satisfy those unlimited wants. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a quick little challenge to test what we've covered today. Just take a second and look at the closest object to you right now. Maybe it's a coffee mug, your phone, or a notebook. Can you trace it backward? Can you actually identify the natural land resources it came from, the human labor that shaped it, the man-made capital equipment used to manufacture it, and the entrepreneurial vision that organized its entire creation? Once you start seeing the world through these four factors of production, you truly start to master the recipe of the economy. Thanks for joining me today, and as always, keep asking questions about the world around you.